Back to my channel here, and I am back with another hair tutorial. And guys, I love this hair. This is actually some really old hair that I had like just sitting around in my collection, and it was black, and I decided to revamp it. I needed to get a new closure for it, frontal, excuse me. So I decided to try out a frontal from Ali Pearl Hair on AliExpress. I heard a lot of good reviews about it, and when I posted the box from Ali Pearl, I got a lot of people who like hit me up and was like, oh my gosh, like their hair is so bomb, like I've ordered from them, their hair is so good, blah blah blah. So this hair is not from Ali Pearl, but this frontal is. And guys, when I say I love it, like this is giving Issa Scalp. Yes, it's a freaking scalp, y'all. And I did bleach this hair. I bleached the knots on this hair. I bleached the actual hair, as you guys will see in this video. And the frontal did come pretty pre-plucked. I didn't have to pluck too much of it, I would say. This is the amount that I plucked out of it. And a lot of you will be like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of hair. But honestly, it's not a lot of hair. When I upload my other video, my curly hair, of how much hair came out of that frontal when I plucked it, you're gonna be like, yeah, this is nothing. But yeah, so guys, just stay tuned on how I got this pretty brown color. And I got this brown color because I don't know, I just wanted to dye my hair, like I said, revamp some old hair that I had and still have it to be work friendly, because I do like I work in a business setting, so I cannot have, unfortunately, I can't have my bright color hair like I would like to. But this will have to do. I'm gonna have to give J-Lo vibes at work. But if you guys want to see how I got this look, continue to watch. And also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my video. And let's just jump. Okay guys, so we're gonna get right into this video. And this is my first time ordering from Ali Pearl, so I'm just showing you all the packaging. And this box is so super cute. If you have any wigs, I would suggest you keep the box and store your wigs in them, because it's really cute. So I'm just showing you guys the frontal, and it's a 14-inch frontal, and I believe it is a Brazilian straight frontal. I'm not 100% sure, but I will link everything down below. And we're gonna go in with our 20 volume developer, our basic white bleach, and a bowl. I didn't end up using my bowl because I knew I was gonna use this whole bucket of bleach for my hair, so I just ended up pouring a developer inside of the bucket and just going ham with the bleach. So I always say this when I'm making bleach mixtures. I always eyeball it, and I want my consistency to be like pancake batter. So you don't want it to be any lumps or bumps or powdery residue in your bleach. And I am going to show you guys what mine ends up looking like, but you don't want it to be too like liquidy either. You want it to look like pancake mix. So that there's no kinks in the hair. We want to make sure that there's no knots or anything like that in our hair. And normally I will, flip the frontal over and bleach the knots, but because we're doing this brown color, I'm just gonna put the bleach just straight on the hair, and it's gonna seep through the frontal. Now normally you wouldn't want this to happen, but because I'm dyeing my hair root to tip, I'm allowing this to happen so that it can seep through the knots, and so that the knots can be bleached as well as the hair. Normally we make a thick consistency, a thicker type of bleach when we want to bleach our knots, so that it doesn't seep into the hairs, and we do flip it over and bleach the actual knots. But since I am doing my hair root to tip a color, it is okay for you to put the color straight on so that it can seep down into the knots, because it makes it a whole lot easier than dyeing the hair and then flipping it over and then bleaching the knots. But I did end up flipping it over and putting some excess bleach on the knots just to make sure that they got on the knots and that everything was completely bleached. You do want to make sure that you keep combing through your hair so that you can ensure that every strand is bleached and that you don't have no patches in your hair, so that you're looking like a cheetah. the bleach on the hair for about 20 to 25 minutes, and this is the color that I ended up with. And I'm just going to wash this out with some Shimmer Lights shampoo and just put it in the sink, and I just put the Shimmer Lights all over the lace and just let it sit. And I probably let that sit for about like 5 minutes just so that the hair can tone and that the knots on the frontal can tone as well. And then I just washed it out with some Suave coconut conditioner, and I blow dried it. Okay, and here are the bundles. It does look like a half wig because I did take the frontal off, and I just pretty much parted the hair and combed it out and applied the bleach the same way that I did with the frontal. I used the excess bleach that I had left over from the frontal, and all I did was attach the frontal to this wig. And in the next clip, you will see that I washed the whole unit out. And I let it air dry a little bit so that we can start the plucking. So I did start plucking one side of the hair, as you can see. I just kind of wanted to get a feel for like how this frontal was gonna look, how much I had to pluck, because this did come pre-plucked, but it was like way fuller in the middle of the hair, and then the sides are kind of more pre-plucked. I'm sorry, the sides are pretty much like thinner and like pre-plucked, and the middle was more so like what I really had to pluck. I did pluck a little on the sides, but I really focused on the middle. So I'm taking my tweezers, and you want to make sure you have a good set of tweezers, because I have just like a regular pair of dollar tweezers from Elf, and I mean they worked, but it's better to get, you know, like the $4 or $5 pair of tweezers. And I'm just going to pluck, and then I'm gonna pluck, and then I'm going to comb it out just to get the hair, you know, kind of out of the way, and just to also see how much shedding I'm getting. And it's just plucking, y'all. Like, I don't really know how to explain it. You just pluck. And I don't know if you guys are noticing, but when I am plucking, I am not plucking in the same section for too long. I pluck, and then I go to like another section and pluck, go to the next section, because you don't want to sit and pluck the same spot for too long, because you will have straight up bald spots and you will be pissed, because there's no way of fixing a overplucked closure. Like, you're just gonna have to be, well, there's a way, but I mean, there's no way for you to put the hair back in there. So just want to be really careful and make sure that you're plucking in sections, and do not pluck the same section for too long. As you guys can see, I'm just like going along the hairline, and I'm going up and down the hairline and just plucking random sections. Okay, so now that I'm satisfied with the way that the hairline looks so far, I'm going to part the hair, and I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to keep plucking backwards. And I parted the hair about like, I want to say like 6 rows back, and you want to just keep parting and plucking so that when you have your hair all pushed back, it looks extremely natural and it looks bomb, and it's not just like, you know, kind of plucked in the front and then really thick in the back. You want to just keep parting your hair and plucking. And I did not mention this in the beginning, but I started out with my hair parted out, and that part that's, you know, that you guys seen that was already out is where I'm going to have my baby hair. And it's important to part out the baby hair section so that you are not just like plucking, so that you don't have any baby hair, you know, to, you know, finesse. You don't got no baby hairs or whatever. So you want to make sure that's the first thing that you do, is you part out a front section of your hair for your baby hair. Luckily, this frontal did come with baby hair. I did have to cut them a little bit shorter because they were kind of too long, but it came with a guideline of where my baby hairs would be, so I just parted that and then started plucking behind that. But as I said, as you're plucking, you just want to keep parting your hair back and plucking in random sections. Again, do not pluck in the same section. And part it back about 5 parts back. So this is our first one, and then after you finish plucking this, you're going to part it again, you're going to pluck it again, you're going to part it again, you're going to pluck it again, you're going to part it again, you're going to, let me stop. pluck our middle part, and you want to make sure that you put your frontal on your head and you like make your middle part before you do this, because there's plenty of times where I thought that I made a middle part in the middle and it wasn't like really in the middle, so I had to like shift my wig a little bit just so that it can be centered in the middle of my head. So you just want to make sure that your middle part is actually in the middle of your head. So I suggest taking your wig off the stand at this point, putting it on your head, making a middle part, and then going in and plucking it. And pretty much I'm just going to pluck the excess hair that's inside of the part, and you know, just make it look a little bit more natural. You don't want your part to be so wide like Moses done parted the sea on your head, but you don't want it to look real natural. I mean, real natural. But you don't want it to look real narrow either, like someone parted your hair with like a bobby pin, because that is not natural. Like no one has a really extremely thin part like that. And but no one also has a wide part either. So make sure that you find your balance. Okay, so this video is a little bit out of sequence because in the last clip, that is what my hair looked like after I dyed it. This is what the hair looks like, you know, fresh out of the bleach. I just wanted this brown color so that I can add the high and low lights to the color. But my wig stand broke, y'all, and I just really wanted to get this video out for y'all. So this is the coloring process. The plucking process, the hair was already colored the brown that we wanted, and now we're coloring it. I know it's a little confusing, but just bear with me, you guys. Please bear with me. So I sectioned my hair off into this 4 ponytails so that we can start this process and that it'll be a little easier on us. And I use this golden blonde color number 71 and number 32 mahogany dark brown from Revlon, and I'm just showing you guys the color. And I'm going to then show you that I got 2 of the mahogany browns and 2 of the golden blonde colors, and I did use all 4 boxes, so make sure that you get 4 boxes because you don't want to run out of hair dye mid-hair. And I do have 3 bundles and a frontal. These bundles are really old, but it's around, I want to say 24, 22, 20, and then the 14-inch frontal. So you do want to make sure that you have enough hair dye. And the dark brown color, as you guys can see, I did a B on it. I just put a B on it so that I knew the difference of which one was dark brown and which one was light brown, so that we weren't mixing the colors, because I'm putting the dark brown at the roots of the hair, and we're going to put the light brown more so at the tips. So now I'm just going to take a wide tooth comb, and I'm just going to highlight through my hair so that we can make sure there's no kinks again, whatever y'all want to call it. And then I'm just going to take a little section, and I'm going to grab that dark brown color, and I'm going to apply that at the roots of my hair. And then we're going to get the lighter blonde, and we're going to apply the lighter blonde at the tips, and we're just going to continue. And I'm using an applicator brush that I got from Sally's, and we're just going to continue with the coloring process. So again, I'm taking that dark brown and I'm putting it at the roots of my hair, and I'm just going to rub it in, and I'm also going to apply it with that brush just to make sure that we fully saturate the hair. Okay, so now I'm taking that blonde color. I did not show it. I'm sorry, you guys, but I'm taking that lighter blonde color, the golden blonde, and I'm just applying that toward the tips of my hair so that we can get that highlighted balayage kind of look. Okay, so now you can clearly see the color difference and what the frontal looks like. So this is what the hair originally started out looking like. So I'm going to take this little, I don't know what the heck this is. It's like an edge brush, I guess. It's supposed to be used for your baby hairs, but I like to use this to dye my frontals. And I like to do this when I do dark roots in my frontals as well, because you kind of, it like allows you to like brush the hair brush the color into the hair without getting it on the lace. So I'm going to use this for the roots of my hair. And in the front, you guys can see I have this little antler kind of braid sticking out. And that's because I pretty much took a little section in the front of my hair, like a little patch, and I braided it up because I wanted that to be lighter than the rest of my hair. So yeah, I'm just brushing this color into my hair. And then I'm going to take my application brush and just apply it throughout the rest of the frontal. But at the root section, I am using this little toothbrush edge thing that I got from the beauty supply store for about $2.99. So this is what the frontal looks like all complete, and I just left it in for about 30 minutes, and then we're going to wash it out with some shampoo and conditioner. I did use the shampoo and conditioner that came in with the little pack, and then I also did the Suave conditioner on top of that. So this is what it's looking like, guys. Okay, you guys, so this is the final look that we ended up with. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, guys, and make sure that you stay tuned because there's going to be a lot more hair videos coming through. And I'm learning and I'm growing, guys, and I normally don't like to record certain things because I don't know how it's going to go. And I'm like, I don't want to record it and then it go wrong because then I feel like I can't post it. Or I'm like, I feel like I'm teaching you guys the wrong thing. But I'm starting to learn how to just kind of roll with the punches and record as I go. I make mistakes too. Like, I don't want y'all to think that I just do stuff and it's just like I do it, because I don't want to have that, you know, that YouTuber, oh, like they do it and it's just perfect. No, because I do things a couple times or I mess up, you know, on things, and I just want y'all to know that I mess up sometimes. So y'all see how I mess up so that you can also see how I correct certain things with my hair and things like that. And, you know, just to let you know that things can be corrected when you mess up your hair. But we're not gonna mess up our hair, y'all. I got faith in y'all. Y'all not gonna mess up your hair. Y'all not gonna mess with your hair. I got faith in y'all. But guys, overall, I love this color. Again, I use that Revlon, those Revlon dyes that I did show in the video. What would I give Ali Pearl's Frontal? I would give this a 10 out of 10. Like, I love, when I said, y'all, it's a scalp. Like, oh my, it's a, I love this Frontal, y'all. Like, I just love it. The hair is so super duper soft. The hair, it did take the color. It bleached the same way that you know, these bundles did. They blend really well with the bundles. So you can like mix and match this hair with other hair, and it's just so, I did cut layers into this so that I can get the little, you know how Kim K be having a little, she be having that little, yes. So I did cut layers in this hair. This is a 14-inch Frontal. I believe this was either Brazilian body wave, Brazilian straight or Peruvian straight, but I know the bundles are Peruvian straight because I always like to get my bundles Peruvian straight. But yes, guys, I love. Would I recommend it to you guys? Yes, go out and get Ali Pearl. I'm gonna go and get Ali Pearl's hair next. I'm gonna order some hair from Ali Pearl so I can, you know, have the whole shebang, and I'll do a whole start to finish on bleaching, plucking. I mean, I did include some bleaching and plucking in this video, but I'll do a how I make a wig, bleaching, plucking, all of that good stuff so that you guys can see the whole start to finish. Me up, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to stay tuned for all the videos that we have coming up, and most importantly, don't forget, guys, to always stay luxurious.